sitting up on a prop, whatever. Really, your goal here is to find whatever is comfortable for your body in this moment. So finding a seat that's comfortable for you. You might be lucky enough to get a puppy on your lap. And then close your eyes. I'm going to start with a poem by Mary Oliver that I believe many of you have heard before, but it's just such a beautiful, soft poem. So get in your comfortable seats, close your eyes, and start with connecting into your breath. And you don't have to change anything quite yet, but just intentionally drawing the breath in, intentionally letting the breath out. I'm feeling for a softness here. When I Am Among the Trees by Mary Oliver. When I am among the trees, especially the willows and the honey locust, equally the beech, the oaks, and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say that they save me, and daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself in which I have goodness and discernment, and never hurry through the world, but walk slowly and bow often. Around me the trees stir in their leaves and call out, "Stay a while." The light flows from their branches, and they call again. It's simple, they say. And you too have come into the world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light and to shine. Begin that Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. So intentionally drawing the breath in, filling yourself up, and intentionally emptying yourself out. And we'll focus today on using the breath to go light, to be easy, be kind to yourself. So let that poem, let those words sink in. Start to fill yourself up with that. A few more breaths here. And slowly opening your eyes. I'm going to bring the soles of your feet down to the earth, about hip width or a little bit wider apart. Hands back behind you to support that lift through the chest. On your exhale, lower the knees over to one side. Inhale, bring them back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. So just loosening the hips up. Starting to bring some awareness into the hips, low back, maybe even the mid-spine. And then coming back through center, you're going to fold the left leg under, cross the right leg up over top. If this is like a hell no moment, don't do it. You can have yourself cross-legged. You can also use a prop under that knee. Whatever works for you in this moment. So working with Nadi Shodhana. So pick up your right hand, fold in the pointer finger and the middle finger. And if you're pregnant, you're not going to do the hold, so you'll go at your own count. So what we'll do is we'll keep all the sides of the breath even. We'll do 2 breaths, 2 full rounds with this leg on top, and then we'll switch legs, switch hands, and do 2 rounds the other way. So I'll guide you through the first one. Exhale all the air out. Close off the left nostril. Inhale through the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both closed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both closed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right for 5. Hold both closed for 5. Exhale left for 5. Inhale left for 5. Hold both closed for 5. Exhale right for 5. Switch the cross of your legs. Switch your hands. Close off that right nostril. Inhale through, left nostril. Inhale through the right for 5. Hold both closed. Exhale left, 5. Inhale left for 5. Hold both closed. Exhale right. Last round, do it your own pace. When you've completed that last round, rest your hands in your lap. Come back to that Ujjayi breath and notice what's shifted. Slowly opening your eyes, setting up for Badakanasana. Soles of your feet come together, hands back behind you, and we're going to do this Ramdev style. Just start to move your legs. Come on, flapping of the wings. You're okay, girls. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good girls. You're alright. Hey, Tin, you're okay. Yes, they're puppies. Alright, bring the legs to a stopping point. Lift up through the chest, shoulder blades back. And then as you're ready, keep the spine long, hinging from the hips. Start to fold forward. So your goal here is to create space and length. So on your inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, just soften a little more through the hip joints. Soften through shoulders, relax through your jaw. And weave in that strong Ujjayi breath. Direct the breath all the way down into the hips, all the way down into the pelvic floor. Three more breaths here. If you're familiar with Uddiyana Bandha and that is appealing to you, you're welcome to play with that here as well. Inhale, rise up out of your folds. Bring your hands to outer thighs, help the legs back together. And lay down onto your back with a prop nearby. So if you have a rolled up mat, you'll use that. If you don't have a rolled up mat, you can grab a pillow from your couch or a rolled up towel or, I don't know, just something to squeeze, a block, whatever your heart desires. So make sure you have your prop. Come on down onto your back. You don't need the prop quite yet. We'll use it in a moment though. So interlace the hands behind your head and then switch the crossing of your fingers so it's in the non-habitual way. Pick up your feet, knees bent at 90 degrees or less. Take a huge breath. Spread it through the back body. On your exhale, lift head and shoulders up and then relax your head into your hands. Take a huge breath. Spread that breath through the spine. Hold full, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Reach right leg forward at a 45-degree angle. Draw navel down. Inhale, come back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach strongly through that left foot. Draw belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach that right leg forward 45 degrees. Draw belly down. Inhale through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Reach forward through your left foot. Spread your toes. Pull belly down. Back through center. We'll do one more round here. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left thigh. Reach right foot forward 45 degrees. Draw belly down. Back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows to right thigh. Press through that left foot. Draw belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center and release. Moving back into those windshield wiper legs, or also known as butterfly on a rock, which is my favorite visual. Walk your feet about mat width apart. Exhale, knees to one side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the other side. And just get a little rhythm. Oh, hi, Indie Boo. Hi, baby cakes. Moving with your breath here. Washing to the hips and the back body. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. Grab hold of your prop. Place it in between the thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. Extend the legs directly up to the sky. Now, if this pulls on your low back or creates some extra tension in your hamstrings, bend your knees, so take out the unnecessary pressure. Interlace the hands behind your head, moving into gate opener. Take a huge breath, spread it through the back body. Hold that breath in, curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze your prop a second time, pull belly down. Inhale, bring left hand to prop, straddle the legs. Exhale, tuck tailbone, reach strongly out through the inner thighs, pull low belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, draw belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. We'll do one more round. Hold the breath in. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, draw belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Lower your feet all the way to the earth. So, we're moving into bridge with a hip opener. If you would like a prop, make sure you keep that nearby. A block is your best option, but if you don't have a block, you can always utilize a rolled up mat. You can also modify the pose if you don't have the right props. So, setting up for bridge, knees stacked directly over your heels. And for many of us, it's easy to get that distance by reaching down and just grazing the backs of your heels with your fingertips. Draw shoulder blades down. Inhale, tuck tailbone so you feel the core engaged. Slowly lift the back body away from the earth, coming into bridge. Let's keep the arms relatively passive by your sides to start. Gaze is neutral up towards the ceiling, the sky. And then connect back into that breath. Remember, the breath here is to hold us, to remind us to stay soft, to stay present, to be easy with ourselves, to be kind with ourselves. Fill up this frontal plane of your body with breath. All right. If you like, you can use a prop here. Place underneath your sit bones, closer to the butt. So you don't want to be in the small of the low back, but closer down to the butt. Keep the right foot rooted, and I recommend pressing the triceps to the backs of the upper arms into the ground. Fingertips point to the sky. On your inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Spread your toes. Reach that foot like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And then press into the ground with your right foot. Really creating that length, that space, that energetic connection to your legs. Keep the breath going strong here. Exhale, bend the left knee, cross your ankle over the right thigh. Start to draw that left knee down and forward, tractioning out through this hip joint. And you may want to place that left hand on your hip as a reminder. Breathe into the space you've created here. Inhale, unwind, re-extend the left leg to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower that left foot to the earth. Readjust your prop if needed. And then keep the left foot rooted. Inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Spread your toes. Press the foot like you're trying to reach the ceiling. And then really root down to that left foot. If you have pretty tight hip flexors, this may be a nice stretch. Exhale, bend the right knee. Hook your ankle over the thigh. Start to draw the right knee down and away. Tractioning out that hip. Breathe into the stretch. You can always bring your hand to your hip as a reminder of where to direct your breath. Inhale, unwind, extend that right leg back up to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower your foot down to the earth. Press down through both feet, keep the hips elevated. Remove your prop if you have one. Tuck tailbone and slowly roll your spine back down to the earth. From here, release the back body, either pressing the thighs away or perhaps hugging knees into chest. And then shift over, rolling to that left side. Use your strong arms to press your way up to a seat. Rock forward onto hands and knees and just start to move through cat-cow here. So inhaling, lifting the heart. Making sure there was no comments of me not being loud enough or something. On your exhale, round the spine. Just start to move here. Flowing with your breath and feeling into your body. So it could be a lot of movement, or it could be very soft movement. It could be slow and controlled. It could be a way to get some unnecessary energy, some anxious energy out of your body. So do as you like here. Take a few more intentional breaths, shifting, moving in a way that feels right to your body. And then we'll all meet up with forearms on the earth, setting up for our dolphin, keeping it pretty basic today. So elbows directly under shoulders, forearms parallel, or clasp your hands at the top to add some additional support. Let the head hang heavy, and then intentionally lift up in between the shoulders. Engage the chest by squeezing the elbows isometrically towards one another. Curl toes under. Exhale, lift your hips up to the sky for dolphin. Maybe pedal it here. Head hangs heavy, not touching the earth, but tractioning out the neck, so the weight of your head is heavy. You're letting go through those muscles. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, lower the left foot. Inhale, right leg extends up to the sky. Exhale, lower the right foot. Oh, get kissed by puppies. Oh my goodness, I love you too. Five more breaths in your dolphin. Maybe tiptoe the toes in a little bit closer, working to be perpendicular, spine to earth. Last inhale here. Exhale, ease your knees down to the earth, child's pose, embryo or puppy. Settling your weight. Connect back into that strong, fluid Ujjayi breath. Inhale, roll your way up to hands and knees. Exhale, tuck toes under, press back to downward facing dog. If it feels good, walk it out here. Get in tune with this inversion. Stretching through side bodies, through hamstrings and calves. Exhale. Slowly step your feet up to meet your hands, top of your mat. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift. Exhale to fold it in. Again, like that, inhale, spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Last one, reach forward to the crown of your head. Exhale, fold it in. And inhale, roll all the way upright, extending arms overhead, maybe a little back bend at top. Exhale, hands to heart center. So rolling through some classical suns here with some variations just because. So on your inhale, float the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Moving with your breath, inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths, shifting your hips forward, breathing into the heart, softening through the shoulders. Exhale, hands back to the earth, step to plank pose. You're welcome to go directly to down dog from here or flow through that vinyasa with me. Knees can come down for support. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your cobra, lifting through the heart, being kind to your back body. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open. Stay here with your exhale. Draw the shoulder blades down, lift through the chest. Fill up this basic pose with breath. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way upright, arms sweep overhead. That back bend if you like. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, step right foot back, lunge. Lift and open. Must be a squirrel sighting at my house. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Chaturanga. Probably skip this part. Inhale for your cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to earth, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step left foot back. Now, if it feels okay, keep the knee lifted, rise to crescent lunge. Arms extending to the sky, hips still shifting to the ground, but now activate this left leg, lifting through the hamstring, feeling for that engagement. If it feels okay, keep the gaze neutral so you're not looking to the sky, but maybe start to lean back, lifting more to the heart. Connect to that breath. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank, flow through your vinyasa. Exhale to down dog. Step left foot forward, crescent lunge, rise with the inhale. Lifting through the heart. Soften through the shoulders. Keep that right leg active. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. A little flow here. Inhale, step right foot back, crescent lunge, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, exhale to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge, open it up. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last 2 rounds here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot back for high lunge or low lunge. So knees lifted or lowered. On your inhale, come into your twist. Right arm extends to the sky. Few deep breaths here. Peeling that right shoulder blade onto the back. Lifting and creating space through the chest. Exhale, lower the right hand to your mat. Step to plank. flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, step left foot forward, twisting lunge. Right hand stays rooted. Inhale, left arm extends to the sky. This right knee can be lifted or lowered, your choice. Really focus on the breath from fingertips to fingertips. Exhale, left hand to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, twisting lunge. One breath, lift and open to that left arm. Exhale, hand to mat, step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, twisting lunge, extend the right arm to the sky. Exhale, hand to the earth, forward folds. Inhale, come all the way upright. Arms sweep overhead. Maybe that back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Release your arms by your sides. Just take a few intentional breaths. Feeling your feet on the earth. Perhaps even getting so granular with your detail that you feel the texture of your mat beneath your toes. Lift through the chest, soften through the arms. Feel that breath rise all the way through the heart. Give yourself that permission to be soft, to be kind. Inhale, float the arms back up to the sky. On your exhale, sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed here, if you'd like. Hips reaching towards the back diagonal, heart extending to the sky, whatever you'd like with your arms here. As the intensity builds, feel it. Notice how easy it is to vacate. Instead of vacating, stay with sensation. Training yourself to be present even through the challenges. Last inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, spinal lift. Extending. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step back to plank. And just hold. Knees can always come down for support. Tuck tailbone. Really lift up in between the shoulders. Start to feel the core energy, that fire from your center, that third chakra. Keep the breath strong. Exhale, shoulder blades hug spine, so your chest is going to lower. And then keep that engagement lower slowly. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Hands stay next to your chest. And really use your back muscles here. Inhale, peel the chest and head up off the ground. Draw shoulder blades back. Elbows reach back. Lift forward through the heart. Reach back through the toes. Low cobra here. Exhale, lower your way down. Turn your head to one side. Take a few deep breaths into the back body. Coming into a Spider-Man Cobra. I learned this from Katie Shifkin, who is fabulous. So bring your hands out so that the palms of your hands are underneath your elbows. Elbows a 90-degree angle in line with the shoulders. On your inhale, peel the chest and head up off of the mat. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart and come up onto the fingertips here. Keep reaching through the legs so you keep space in the low back. Draw the chest forward. 2 more breaths. Exhale, lower back down to the earth. Turn your head to the opposite side. Take a few deep breaths into your low back. Turn your head to face the mat. Hands next to your chest. You have two options. You can press up through hands and knees directly back to down dog, or move through that reverse vinyasa, curling toes under, press up into chaturanga, plank all the way back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, root down so you've got that strong, sturdy base. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Spread your toes, reach that leg long. Maybe get it a little bit higher just because you can. Exhale, hug the left knee into your chest. Set your foot down softly. Rotate the right heel to the earth. Warrior two. So you're going to come up with your inhale. Just switch around so you're not looking at my butt. Float your arms up, parallel to the earth. Just take a moment in this warrior two. Left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Back heel is rooted, equal weight between your legs here. Breathing into the space created. And to activate that hip stretch, keep drawing the left knee back, tractioning the thigh forward. Keep drawing that right hip bone back. Fill this pose up with your breath. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Now, if that's too much, you can always grab a strap or some clothing. And also bring your hands onto your hips. Take a huge breath, lift up through your heart. And this may be where you work. Keep the breath flowing into the chest and the belly. If you'd like to play around with ostrich pose, keep your hands interlaced. Exhale, dive forward, bring the torso to the inside, and ideally bisecting directly in half between the two legs. Clasp hands, reach up to the sky, head hangs heavy. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can always bring the hands to the hips or all the way down to the earth. Keep breathing down into the pelvic floor. Then let that breath drive all the way up into the shoulders and the heart. Soften to the jaw, let the head hang heavy. Lower the clasp, bring your hands down to the ground. Now if you stayed upright, this is the time you come down. Keep your hands on the earth, or bring your hands to the earth rather. Take the left hand, bring it to the center of your left thigh, the inside center. Right hand's going to walk its way towards the right foot. Start to press that left thigh forward and away. And then lean your torso towards the right leg, so towards the back of your mat. Breathe into this left hip. The more you bend into the left knee, the more you will feel that stretch. Release the left hand. Fire up the legs. Come all the way back upright. You may need to readjust your feet once again. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Exhale into an extended warrior with a heart opener. So left forearm comes down to the left thigh. Right arm extends directly up to the sky. Hug that right shoulder blade on the back. Breathe into the heart here. If you'd like to go to a deeper variation, left hand can reach the ground, even come to a prop. Fill this pose with space. In these silent moments, can you soften? Can you stay present with sensation, keeping the breath strong? Exhale, release the right arm behind you, either grabbing hold of the inside of the thigh or clothing coming into this variation, Or come into your bind, clasping hands under the left leg, peeling open through the right side of the chest. Just 3 more breaths here. Inhale, unwind to Ardha Chandrasana or triangle. So if half moon is too much of a balance, you're going to simply straighten out the left leg, open up into triangle, right arm extending to the sky. Or come into that half moon, weight shifts into the left foot, right leg extends up, right arm to the sky. Wherever you are, feel for space, lifting to the heart. Keep the breath strong. If you'd like to take the bind in half moon, you're welcome to do so. Release the bind if you have it. Lower the right hand to the ground if you're in triangle. Bend the left knee. Step the right foot to the back of your mat. We're actually lower the right knee to the earth. Add some padding under the knee if you need it. Hands come up to the left thigh. All right. Start to walk that left foot forward, shifting the hips forward. Shoulders draw down away from the spine, lift into the chest. One or both arms can extend up to the sky. Really press down to the top of this back foot. So there's still engagement here. Exhale, lower your hands all the way down to the earth. Straighten out the left leg, giving this left leg just a moment to breathe. Folding forward in this half splits pose. Soften the shoulders. All right, bend the left knee again. This time coming a little bit deeper. So hands come up to the left thigh once again. Option is the same, where you simply shift the hips forward, lifting to the heart. Now if you don't feel much stretching here, you can always tiptoe this left foot more forward, still reaching the hips to the ground. Or if you need more still, you're going to bend that right knee, come into lunge H to the B, heel to glutes. Drawing the heel in, lifting to the chest, so you add that quad stretch. Wherever you are, keep the breath strong. You can always take lions out the mouth. And then release. Place both hands to the inside of the left leg, coming into this deep, low lunge. So, option 1 is you stay exactly here. Option 2 is you work your way down to your forearms, bringing them to the ground or blocks. Option 3 is, regardless of how your arms are situated, you can curl the right toes under, pick up that right knee to add a little extra ump. Wash the breath down to the hips. Always exhale out the mouth. Lower the right knee if you haven't already. Walk your way back up to the palms of your hands. Shorten your stance. Turn your torso to the diagonal. Head to ankle. So on your exhale, just let the torso hang. If you'd like to go deeper, you can start to tuck the shoulder under the left thigh. Maybe curling the right toes under, shortening the stance, working that left shoulder, or maybe head underneath that left ankle. 3 more breaths. Inhale, unwind. Root down through both hands. Inhale, extend that left leg up and back. Three-legged down dog. Bend the left knee open through the hip. If it feels good, you can flip your dog over for a wild thing. Flip it back over, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of left arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, thread that left leg through for pigeon on this side. Add some props under the hip if you need. Keep the foot flexed back towards your shin so you're not compromising your joints. Your exhale melts into your pigeon. Just about 5 to 7 breaths here. Relaxing as you can. Take a huge breath in, wash it through that left hip. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Listen carefully. Remove any props. Shift your hips to the left. Wrap that right leg around. I won't be mirroring you here, so you'll have to just listen to my words. Pick up the left foot, cross the left leg over top the right for a double pigeon, also known as fire log pose. You're welcome to place a prop under this left knee. Keep both feet flexed, and it's actually a lot easier if you bring the ankle closer, the heel closer into your hips, so don't do that. Keep the legs stacked. Ankle over knee, knee over ankle, feet flexed. This can be where you hang. This can be a lot. Really just focusing on that fluid Ujjayi breath. Softening, especially around the jaw and the shoulders, because when our hips are tight, we tend to clench in those areas. If you need a little more oomph, start to hinge the hips, folding forward. Once again, you can weave in that Uddiyana Bandha if that's part of your practice as well. A few more breaths here. Inhale, rise up out of your fold. From here, if you know this peacock, the chaturanga, you're welcome to play with that. Or you can simply cross your ankles, rock forward onto the knees, make your way back to down dog. You're playing with peacock, knees will be on the ground in a lotus pose. Elbows come in, hips lift up, and then we'll make our way back to down dog. Take a huge breath in your down dog. Exhale out the mouth. One more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg extends up to the sky. Spreading your toes, reach this leg high and long. If you'd like that hamstring or calf stretch, the left heel starts to work its way towards the earth. Exhale, step the right foot through. Warrior two, back heel roots down, the left heel roots down. Right knee bent at a 90-degree angle, make your way upright. Arms parallel to the earth, right knee bent. Just take a few moments here, connecting into your breath. Draw that left hip back and then right knee back. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers. Once again, more or less mirroring the other side. So if you had a strap or a prop to do that, go for it, or hands on hips. On your exhale, come into ostrich, or you can stay upright. If you're coming into ostrich, bring the torso down to the ground, clasp hands, reaching to the sky. Modifying as you need. Breathe here. This time, focus on the chest. Breathing into the heart. Now let that breath drive down through the core, all the way into the hips. Lower the clasp. Release your hands down to the ground in front of you. If you were upright, come folded forward, hands to the ground. Stay in your warrior two shape with your legs, so right knee is still pointing forward. Right hand comes to the inside of the right thigh. Start to press the thigh forward and away. Walk the left hand towards the back of your mat, and then lean the torso towards that left leg, towards the back of your mat. The deeper you lunge into that right leg, the more you will feel this stretch. Release, fire up the legs, come back upright, warrior two. Float the arms back up, extended warrior, also known as side angle. Right forearm comes to the thigh. With a heart opener here, left arm reaches up to the sky. Sorry, my knee got a little cranky there. Lifting through the chest, feel for some space. You can always modify this pose. So your practice is about finding the right poses for your body. Play around, get curious. Moving into that extended warrior with a variation, wrap the left arm behind your back, either grabbing clothing or the inside of the thigh, or move into that bind, clasping hands behind the right thigh. Wherever you are, still opening through that left shoulder, left side of the chest. Let the head hang. Fluid breath here. Inhale, unwind, either triangle or half moon. If you're working with triangle, shorten the stance, straighten out the right leg, left hand to hip or left arm extends to the sky. If you're working with Ardha Chandrasana, bend into the right knee, left leg lifts up, open up here. It's the same pose, one just adds balance, maybe a little more hamstring stretching. Fill this pose up with breath. Notice where you have trepidation or anxiety. Use your exhale to release some of that. Take the bind if you did on the other side. Release. Left hand to the ground, step the left foot to the back of your mat. Add some padding under the left knee if you'd like, lower the left knee to the ground. Hands come up to that right thigh. Walk the right foot forward till you feel a stretch, and then shift the hips down. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together. You're welcome to stay here, keeping the support lifting to the heart, or perhaps one or both arms extend to the sky. There is a tendency to just let the weight go into the earth. Activate the thighs by lifting up through the hamstrings, pressing through the quad, pressing into the earth with both legs. So it's active. Should feel like some stuff's going on. Exhale, hands to the earth. Little release to this right leg. Straighten out the right thigh. This half splits pose. Breathing down into the hamstrings, softening. exhale, bend into the right knee. Once again, coming deeper into the lunge. You may want to shift that right foot forward. Hands to the thigh. Option to take that lunge HCB if you took it on the former side. Just about 5 breaths here, so not too long. You can always exhale out the mouth. You can always take lion's breaths as well. Release. Both hands come to the inside of that right foot. Option to come down to the forearms. Option to curl the back toes under. 5 breaths in this deep, low lunge. Head to ankle. Lower the left knee. Palms to the earth. Turn the torso to the inside diagonal of the right leg and just let the torso hang. If you'd like to go deeper, you can curl the back toes under, shorten warrior 2 hybrid stance. Maybe start to tuck the shoulder behind the leg. Maybe start to tuck the head behind the ankle. You can always exhale out the mouth. A few more breaths. Inhale, unwind, root down to the palms. Float the right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Bend the knee open through the hip. Maybe flip the dog if that feels okay. Flip it back over. Re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, thread the right leg through. Pigeon on this side. You can stay upright, add some props. We'll hang out here for about 5 to 7 breaths. So if it feels okay, start to ease your way down to the forearms. Connect into your breath. Feel for where you have tension. With your exhale, feel for releasing at least a layer of that. Inhale, ease your way back up. Shift the weight to the right hip, wrap the left leg around. Come into this fire log pose. So right leg stacks on top of the left, so known as double pigeon. And this may be where you hang out. It's just sitting upright, breathing into the intensity. Perhaps you want to go a little bit deeper, hinging from the hips, start to fold over the stacked thighs, shins rather. Maybe last few breaths, play around with Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, rise back up. Unwind the legs, extend them out, give a little shake out. And then come all the way down onto your back, setting up for Shavasana. If there's any final poses or movements you need, please take those. Maybe you need a final spinal twist or an inversion. So taking your time, but eventually arriving in a place where you can surrender, you can melt into the earth and let go. I was reading a quote earlier this morning by Ramana Maharshi, a sage from India, and this quote is, "It's not about becoming, it's about being." It's not about becoming, it's about being. So let yourself be heavy. Practice this simplicity of being versus becoming. Resting here for these last few moments of class. Deepening your breath. Roll over to one side. With eyes still closed, press your way up to a seat. Inhale to float your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just take a moment connecting in, listening to yourself. Namaste.